Ordinarily, I don't speak back when the speaker speaks. There's been a first one, or the second one, and that was a publication. There's a third one. I think it's unfair if I keep sitting quiet because the speaker has the opportunity, standing on this, giving him the space to speak. But I must also be heard. And that's why I've issued a statement. Saying that the charge or the allegation that I have done something unconstitutional, I've done something offensive, is most unfair to me. I've given a narration of the matters leading to the ruling. Indeed, I have stated clearly that the motion which I wrote had been admitted by Mr. Speaker himself. There's now disagreement, should I say, or discrepancy as to whether he said I should admit the motion or I should permit the deputy leader to move the motion before secondment or after it has been seconded. I thought I heard that he said after it has been seconded. And if you watch the proceedings, I stated clearly that I'm going by what I heard Mr. Speaker say. So whilst I thought I was going by what he says he said the opposite. Be that as it may, once the motion had been admitted, it ought to be moved. And once it was moved, it had to be ruled upon. The fact that the speaker may have ruled differently, does it make mine offensive? It only shows that we look at the same thing from different perspectives. And that's why I've taken my time to explain the consequence and the process. I can't understand how, when a motion has been admitted, the administrative part, the process of administering the motion happens at his office. It doesn't come to the chamber. Once he has finished that part, he transmits it through the system to the business committee. The business committee programs it and it is advertised on the order paper. I would have thought that is the end of the process of admitting the motion. Now, on the floor of the House, though, if a member raises an issue, the legality or otherwise, we are entitled to consider that. And indeed, as I've stated, it was the Speaker himself who admitted that motion and said it should be moved either before or after. He says before it was seconded. I heard after it was seconded. However, it was moved. And my view was that what the motion he admitted was seeking for, there was an outstanding order. There's a committee responsible for that anyway. The Committee of Public Accounts is chaired by the minority, and it is a bipartisan committee. So nothing new would be achieved if you put other people from the minority and the majority together and made the chair made the chair to do what is constitutionally and by outstanding orders assigned to a committee. The Speaker may have ruled differently. I don't begrudge him if he did. But to say that because what my ruling is different from how you would have ruled is unconstitutional, illegal, and offensive, is to the height of, in my view, intolerance of other people's views. And that is my challenge.
Yeah, his view is that what you did was not only illegal, unconstitutional, and offensive, but tantamount to insubordination. Now, you say...
Well, the insubordination was in respect of the ruling about the budget, the purported rejection of the budget.
That's right. Now, you say that on that occasion, you characteristically elected not to comment on the Speaker's statement in public in order not to create the impression that there is tension between him and his deputy.
Yeah.
But is there no tension between the two of you?
Frankly, in my view, there's no tension. We disagree on the way we interpret things. Indeed, I've taken my time to explain. When he was chairman of the Constitutional and Legal Committee, I was the ranking member. On a number of occasions, we disagreed strongly. I recall when we were discussing the property rights of spouses, we took two very strong differing views. Because we couldn't reconcile, he actually said that we should refer the bill back to the executive because the leadership can reconcile. I'll recall exactly. That is not the only time we have disagreed. So disagreeing with him is not new. But to say that disagreeing with him now, because probably he's now the speaker, is insubordination, is most unfair. And in my view, the height of intolerance of other views.